What's up, everybody? It's Nova 2 Nut. Just a little bit of an update. I've been working on the connecting the steering shaft today. You can see this piece here is from the G6, and I cut the bottom of the Malibu steering shaft off. Took the steering shaft out of the column, cut it down to size, welded them together. I cut the lower support off of the Gbody Malibu steering column. It's bolted to the floor in here. You can see what I did. Hopefully. Not really. But I bolted it to the floor. Let me get a light so you can see. You can see now I cut the bottom of the column off to keep the support. I'm gonna center that and weld some pieces in and then put a rubber cap on it. But I needed that bearing to support it at the bottom because of the U-joint, so that's where I'm at. I'm gonna shut the video off for now, but I'll show you some more after I get it all together. Got the gauges all figured out. Not gonna use the G6 gauges, but I'll show you what I came up with in the next half of this video. All right, so I wanna show y'all real quick how I'm making these brackets for the G6 steering columns. They're almost all the modern steering columns are the same. So the G6 steering column has two bolts that go up through it like the Gbody does, but they're not in the same place. They bolt into the aluminum bracing. So the front two are covered once you get the aluminum bracing into the car. So you can mount the front two easy. But there's a cross pin that goes across the back of the steering shaft. Well, it was just a little bit lower than the stock Gbody column mount. So what I'm doing is welding two pieces of metal on, and then I'll just drill a hole through it to run the cross bolt through. So, and since I got the bracing out, you can see what I did to the floor mount a little better. This piece is the bottom piece of the Gbody stock steering shaft, and this is the upper piece from the G6. What I did was I pulled the top piece out of the lower piece of the G6, then cut the stock Gbody steering shaft, pushed it inside. It was a fairly snug fit, and then welded it around here, and then I put two plug welds in from the side. So then what I'm gonna do now is, once I get this in and get it to the right angle, I'm gonna center this center piece here, and then I'll weld braces in from the side so that this don't move around. But it's really important though, when you get your column set, that you set it where it's not on some kind of crazy angle like this. So just pay attention to that. So this is the last take for this video. Got it all back in, everything back together. These are the gauges I'm gonna use. I know for sure these will work, because my motor's a 2004 5.3 out of a Silverado, and these are the gauges for it. So I'm not gonna leave them like that. I'm gonna put a white overlay on them, black numbers, orange pointers, and probably orange LEDs, because this car is gonna be white, and a little bit of black and some orange accents. So but anyway, let me show y'all. Look at here. It's working, baby. No big ass hole. So anyway, next up, I ain't gonna mess with the shifter because I came up with another idea that I might try. I don't know, but anyway, you can see right here. I was fitting my bumpers, and you can see somebody did a repair. Well, they didn't quite know what they were doing. You can see that the quarter panel doesn't come down. So I made a template off the other side and checked it, and this bumper is right. The quarter panel was wrong. So I'm gonna cut this shit out and make my own piece and put it in there. This is simple, 3 little bends on a sheet metal brake, and I'll have it. So that's the next thing up. Then I got a couple little small patches to do in the floor pan, but that's the next thing up while I decide what I'm gonna do with the shifter. So big shout out to Mr. Get In There. Steering column works if you want to try it. It's a little bit of work, but I think it looks a whole lot better. And I still think that I'm gonna be able to get the cruise buttons to work. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the radio buttons to work, but we'll see. Peace.